What is up, everyone? I am back on PlayStation with Kev. Kev, say hello.
What's going on, all Steve subscribers? Every last one of you, you son of a bitches. Grab your popcorn, tune in, and get ready to comment and tell us your views on this car.
Yes, 198. As you know, Kev, and you brought me in on this. We can make picks on who we think would win, who we think, what method, and all that stuff. So on screen right now, we have my picks. So let's start out with Werdum and Miocic. I have Miocic in round 3 knockout. What'd you get?
We both spoke about this. I was going to go round 2 knockout for Miocic. I think that nothing's going to happen in the first, but I think come the second round, there'll definitely be like a lot of action, and I'd like to see Miocic finish Werdum, and I think he has the tools to do that, considering what happened to Arlovski. Some people would question if Arlovski threw that fight. I don't think so. I think Miocic is a good fighter, and if you look at the guy that he lost to, or the only guy he lost to so far, besides Stefan Struve a while ago, was Junior Dos Santos, and I think he won that on decision. But he's been on a tear recently, and I think this is time, and I think Werdum's going to be in for a shock if he thinks Jiu-Jitsu is going to save him this time. I think that he needs a little bit more than that. But Werdum's a good fighter, and he's well-rounded, and I wouldn't be surprised if he won, but I'm going to go with Miocic, round 2 knockout.
Well said, well said. Moving on, Jacare Souza and Belfort. I believe I picked Souza by sub round 2. What'd you get?
Yeah, the same. We spoke about this one as well. We both mutually agreed that we think Jacare is more in his prime than Vitor. Vitor's a phenomenal fighter, but I don't know how he is since he came off the TRT. He seems to fight a lot different without his enhancing, I don't know if we want to call them drugs. I mean, the UFC was allowing it, but now they've banned it, so I don't know, but he's not the same fighter, at least,
He's definitely not, so that's going to be a good fight.
Killed Vitor in that match they had. I don't think Vitor's the same guy. The one we saw against Rockhold was the scary Vitor, and the one we saw against Henderson, I should say. But fucking, I don't know, man. I think Jacare has him beat in all areas, but same again, anything can happen in the UFC, and we can't underestimate Vitor. But I'm gonna say round 2 submission as well for Jacare Souza.
Definitely. Moving on, Silva and Hall. Unfortunately, Silva is out with had to get surgery for a gallbladder, so he is out, and Hall is not getting any replacements. No replacements for Hall.
No replacements. Well, I wonder why, Steve. No, sorry, I'm allergic to something. But anyways, so Anderson Silva. Oh shit, sorry. There it goes again, my fever. Oh man, wow. He seems to have backed out. Oh shit. I don't know what to say on this one, because Anderson Silva, in my opinion, it just seemed like last minute he knows this could hurt his career, and not to take anything away from the guy, and I know I'll get slammed for this, but let's be honest here. I think Uriah Hall's got his number, and whoever's going to replace Anderson Silva, it's not going to be as exciting as as the Anderson Silva versus Uriah Hall. But I feel sorry for that fucker, because Uriah Hall's going to come up, and show up and do his thing and knock that fucker out. So I'll go Uriah Hall on whatever bitch they put in front of him.
Definitely. I mean, moving on, Shogun and Anderson. I picked Shogun, and
I went with the other guy.
KO TKO round 2 for me. What'd you get?
I went round 2 KO as well, but I went with Corey Anderson. I think his name is the black guy. Funny how I call him the black guy. No racist. No, not joking. But in all seriousness, I don't know too much about this guy. I know he's an upcomer, and he seems promising for the most part. He's got some good victories, but this is one of his first big fights against a name like Shogun. So if he wants to hang with the big dogs, he's got to get past Shogun, and I think Shogun's not, in his prime anymore. So I'm gonna go with Anderson.
Excellent. Welterweight bout: Damian Maia, Matt Brown. I went with Maia, TKO, KO, round 2. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I went with that's a good pick. I went with Maia as well, but I said submission round 2. Just based on the fact of his jiu-jitsu is, second to none. I mean, he's great. I don't know too much about the fighters, but I do know Maia's got great jiu-jitsu, and I think he's going to demonstrate that come that fight. So,
and to round out the card, you and I have gone back and forth about this. Nogueira and Cummins. I chose Nogueira, and decision.
Yeah,
I put that as. And you are a Pat Cummins fan, no doubt. And what'd you go? How'd you do it?
I went with how you doing? Yeah, I went with Pat Cummins by decision. I think a lot of people don't give Pat Cummins the benefit of the doubt because they saw him lose to Cormier, but you got to remember that Cormier is the champion. But since losing to Cormier, Pat Cummins, if you go check his record, he's got quite a lot of victories under his belt. His wrestling pedigree is just amazing, and that's what helps him win those fights and grind the fight out half the time. And he's got good stand-up skills. So I just think he's really well-rounded, and I don't think Nogueira has too much to offer other than his knockout power when it comes to Pat Cummins. And I think Pat Cummins will be able to control the fight with his wrestling. I think he'll be able to, take it to decision. So yeah, that's my pick.
It is what it is.
Cummins.
3 days it closes. So people who play UFC 2 on PlayStation have 3 days to pick their fighters and pick their winners. That's it for me. Kev, any last words?
Any last words? Yeah, I'll tell you my last words. Chris Cyborg has a fat cock. And peace out to everybody.
Well said. Adios, my friends. Subscribe. You know the deal. Adios.